The love potion will be made using ingredients such as milk of magnesia, universal indicator to evaluate pH level, 1 molar of HCl, a large beaker, stirring stick, ice, and a camera for documentation. In order to make the love potion, you must add ice into the large beaker, then add the milk of magnesia that is needed. Add universal indicator, enough to be able to see the color range that is shown based on the potion's pH. Lastly, gradually add in hydrochloric acid while stirring to see pH variance and thus proper color change, to finally make the potion. Hydrochloric acid causes more MgOH2 from the suspension to gradually dissolve. As more of the MgOH2 goes into the solution, the acid is neutralized, and eventually the solution becomes basic again from the excess MgOH2 that is present. The addition of universal indicator allows this process to be observed. During the process, the color of the mixture goes through the entire universal indicator color range, from red to orange to yellow to green to blue, and finally back to violet. By adding more stomach acid, the process can be repeated several times before all the MgOH2 is dissolved and eventually neutralized. Magnesium hydroxide is classified as a weak base due to its very limited solubility in water. This limited solubility makes it an ideal compound to use in commercial antacids, since it slowly dissolves as it neutralizes stomach acid rather than dissolving all at once. The neutralization reaction is the reaction between MgOH2, which is the weak base, and the HCl, a strong acid. As you can see, the potions have continuously gone rotten because not enough indicator has been added. Hydrogen ion H+ in the strong acid dissociates from HCl in the reactant, in contrast with MgOH2, the weak base. The acid-base reaction involves the MgOH2 molecule and the H+ ions as reactants. The products are an H2O molecule, which is water, and an Mg2+ ion in the solution, which is a salt. MgOH2 is practically insoluble, but a certain amount of it dissociates into ions when put into water. The extent of this dissociation is indicated by its solubility product constant, which is 6 × 10 to the negative 12 power, indicating that only a very small amount of it dissociates into the ions in the reaction equilibrium. The reaction between H+, which is acting as the stomach acid, and OH- acting as the antacid to form water, uses up some of the OH ions, causing more magnesium hydroxide to dissolve and dissociate into ions. As OH- ions are removed from the solution by the H+ ions, more magnesium hydroxide is forced to dissociate to replace those ions. As more hydrochloric acid is added, the MgOH2 continues to dissociate until all of it's dissolved. The antiacid power, or acid neutralizing ability, of the milk of magnesium will be in all depleted. After many attempts, finally a successful love potion was made.